right, everyone, here it goes. We got our next Juggalo origin story. You ready? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, we're bringing on our boy, our homie, Carlos Cardenas. Welcome.
What's up, y'all?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Doing good. How about yourselves?
All right, man. Glad you could join us today.
Dude, no problem. I saw you guys posting up that you guys wanted more Juggalo origin stories. So I was more than happy to supply y'all with that.
Hell yeah,
Appreciate
man.
it, man. Appreciate it.
So, what looks like you got a neat little setup there. Looks like you got some. I mean, do you do streaming or do you do your own stuff?
This is my first time ever like trying even like Zoom or anything.
Okay.
So like, I just do like a lot of photography and videography. So I feel like I was like rummaging around my apartment for like the past hour, just being like, I have to have something that'll work for this. Like,
Yeah, man, you look great. I mean, it's working out. So
yeah, it looks good, man.
yeah, I just plugged like my camera through the USB thing. I was just like, oh shit, was this easy?
Perfect. All right, man. So what's going on? Where are you from?
I currently live in Houston. I'm originally from Chicago, but I'm in
Okay.
Houston for around Texas probably like past like 6 or 7 years.
Okay, why?
I think I was like 18, 19 years old. I like came and visited, and I was just like, fuck it, moving to Texas.
Nice.
That's cool. So how old are you now? You're in mid-20s?
Yeah, 26.
All right, cool.
Getting old.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, don't worry, man. Well, you're not old yet. You're not. You'll get there. So tell us, how long you been down, man?
I probably want to say like, I think the first time I ever heard of them was like 2006. I want to say, which is kind of ironic that y'all are like reviewing The Tempest today because that was the first new album that came out when I first fell in love with their music and just
Hell
the whole
yeah.
culture around it.
Hell yeah.
So
hell
so
yeah.
so you were down and probably anticipating The Tempest? Or
Yeah, I was like, so excited because I was listening to them for probably about like 6 months. I want to say that album came out in like the summer of that year,
yeah, I think so.
and I was just so excited because I was like, oh shit! Like I finally get to like, I'm not just like hearing an old catalog. I get to experience like something off of like.
Oh yeah, man, I remember
What's
that
next?
feeling.
Yeah, that was the coolest feeling too. The first time.
Yeah, man. Like for me, it was I bought Malenko was first, and then I kind of went back, Tunnel of Love and Riddlebox and yada yada. But then the first one I had to look forward to was actually Forgotten Freshness 1 and 2.
Yeah, mine as well.
And I remember like, oh yes, which was ironic because it was all old shit, and I already
Yeah.
heard most of it already by that time. But some of it I hadn't, so it was like the shit. I was like, yes, and obviously Jekyll Brothers was like, I mean, my life was complete.
That shit was huge,
Yeah.
man. When that
I
dropped.
think Jekyll Brothers is my favorite one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a good one, man. I mean, that's not a bad choice.
Yeah, I don't think anybody would argue, man. That is a great album.
So what got you into ICP? Like, what was the first seed that was planted?
I think just like because like when I was like super young, I want to say in like maybe like 4th grade, like my uncle showed me how to like illegally download music online through like this thing called BearShare at the time.
Yeah.
And that was 2004, so I was probably like 9 or 10 years old. So like I was always just like on the hunt for music and stuff, even like at a super early age. And I always gravitated anything that was like extreme. Like my favorite band at the time was like Slipknot. Like I loved like Korn, like Rob Zombie, and like pretty much just like anything that was just like extra crazy in your face. Just seemed like I don't know, just anything that just like was a big fuck you to like what was on the
Yeah.
other stuff that was on the radio. So
I think that's probably similar for most Juggalos because like that stuff was like Juggalo music before Juggalo music actually existed, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's the shit I know you were listening to all that shit.
Well,
like-
you had like back in the day, you had shit like Alice Cooper and Ozzy.
Oh, dude, love Alice.
yeah, which that was Juggalo music back then, you know.
Mhm, it was, yeah. People were getting into it, but yeah, man, ICP was kind of the same deal, man. Yeah,
But you
know,
were into like all those like rock bands and shit though. Like,
Yeah, I
when you
was
were younger.
Yeah, I was into I mean, I was heavy into the grunge shit in the '90s, because I was a teenager then, and all the grunge shit from the '90s was big, and then kind of after that, it was just like whatever rock band kind of stuck out to me, but.
Yeah.
Once I found ICP, I was like, yeah, this is that was kind of the most craziest I would get probably past that point.
Yeah. So Carlos, you were a teenager. Were you still living at home when you started listening to ICP?
yeah, I was living with my mom.
What'd she think about it?
I always thought it was super interesting because she's the one, like, I remember, like, she would show me music in like 1999. Like I remember this, the first time she ever showed me Rob Zombie scared the shit out of me because I was like 5 or 6 years old. And she always showed me stuff like that. She would always burn me like whatever new metal CD or whatever. So I just had like a CD book full of it. But for some reason, ICP was the one that she was just like, I don't know. It's a little too much, you know?
So she was into some of that music too then.
Yeah. Like now she appreciates ICP. She thinks they're cool.
Cool.
But like when I was a kid, that was like the one thing that I kind of like, it was a little bit too much.
Yeah.
But like my dad, because like thankfully, like even though my parents were like split up, they were still very close and like lived in relatively the same area.
Okay.
And my dad was that kind of guy that would be like, he didn't give a fuck if I was into it. He would just like let me play whatever in the car. Like 2007, he took me to go see them.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, hell yeah. How old were
And
you?
like 2007, probably 13.
13.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's a good age, man.
Yeah,
right there.
I was like 15, I think.
Prime
so
age.
yeah, that's awesome, man. So
I remember.
what,
Oh, sorry.
So what tour was it? Do you remember? Like, was it the
It was the
Tempest
Hollow
tour?
Wicked tour.
Oh, hell yeah.
I still have the shirt in my closet. I remember when I was like super, super little, like I was like really short. There was one shirt that I wanted. And my dad's like, they only had a 2X. I'm just like, oh man, this is way too big. He's just like, it's gonna fit you when you're older.
Might as well get it.
I wear it like once a week, like ever since.
Hell yeah, dude. That's sweet.
That's awesome.
Yeah, my shirt. I got when I went. I kind of regret it when I went. My dad took me to the House of Horrors tour when it came through here, and it was my first. I was only into ICP for maybe 6 months at the time, and he asked me if I wanted a shirt because he was gonna buy me. Like he was into like metal and like rock. He would always go to shows and buy the tour shirts and shit. But I did not buy the fucking House of Horrors tour shirt.
I have one of the tour shirts.
Oh man, I
For
wish
that
I
tour.
wish I would have got one. I did. I had him buy me just the Malenko shirt because that was the CD I loved. You know what I mean? I still have it, but I do regret.
Still, that's a good shirt. Like
I
the
mean,
original Malenko.
Yeah, it's all fucked up now. Unfortunately, it has like holes and shit in it. But I
Oh,
kept
dude.
it, just for
I have one of those
memories.
too.
You know, but oh well.
Well, is it fair to say that was like the band that got you into rap, or were you into rap before
Um,
that?
I liked rap before that because I remember when I was like super little, my mom showed me Beastie Boys.
Okay, that's cool.
So and like there would always be rap on the radio and stuff. And my brother loved Eminem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So like I was already like into rap and stuff and like metal. So like by the time I found like ICP, I was just like, oh shit, this is just like everything else I like.
Yeah.
Good
Like,
mix.
I know. I was just like, oh, this is cool. They're theatrical.
So once you got into ICP, like how hard did it hit you? Like did you immediately like just become like the super juggalo like we all did and fucking just live, eat, sleep, breathe ICP?
I think it took me like a month because I was like, oh, this is crazy. And then as I just like would just like listen to like just like random songs I would find online and just be like, I was like, oh, this is cool. This is really cool. And then when I started like downloading like full albums and stuff, I was like, oh fuck. That's when it like hit me like within that first month where I was just like, this is more than just like a band.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
It's a
Like I remember watching Shockumentary, like I downloaded it.
yeah,
and, like,
that was like scripture, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
oh dude, I had it like on my like I have one of those like old iPods with a little spin wheel on it. Like I'd watch Shockumentary like over and over again on the thing.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, that movie. I've probably watched that piece of film more than any other.
I just watched it on VHS because I still
Oh,
got
dude, I
it.
got the VHS in the shuffle.
Yeah, I just put it in probably like a couple months ago. And my brother was over and we watched it.
Still holds up, huh?
Yeah, man.
Fuck
Fuck
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, dude, it holds up.
So good.
It's been a while
so
since I watched
fucking
that.
good.
So was there a specific moment or maybe even a song that you can think of that like was like the first like damn this is the shit right here like
I think it was because I want to say when I listened to the Wraith Shangri-La for the first time, because that was the first like actual like hard copy CD I bought from them. So like before that, I just had like random like songs, like
Okay.
like a lot of songs, but just like random stuff, just like I've downloaded online. But like when I bought that like hard copy, like that was my first time listening to one of the Joker cards, like front to back,
nice.
and
Like a full
I think
experience.
yeah, just like Welcome to the Show just kicks off like after that intro, just like that full like fucking like anthem, just like hella in your face, and just I noticed like how weird listening to one of their records was. That I mean, still to this day, like that's not a normal group. Like that's
Yeah.
what's so special about them, though. You know?
Mhm.
Oh yeah, it's the only group that I can listen to that still like kind of gives me that feeling, you know.
Yeah, you feel like you really feel something. It's like I don't know, man. There's in my eyes, it's like a positive feeling
Mhm.
that I get from especially that record. I mean,
Oh yeah.
Shangri-La, man, that's like just an immediate uplifting mood when I put that record in.
There's so many. It's so diverse too, because like I think one of the songs that hit me like the hardest on there was like "Crossing That Bridge," just because like it was so like grungy. It was just like a straight rock song, and then just like, but everything else on there is just like, I don't know, it was just so diverse. And like the one thing that I really gravitated towards them was just like they just don't give a fuck. Like they are who they are.
Yep.
And that's just like an empowering feeling. I feel like that's why I gravitated towards them. So like after that, it was just like game over. I had to buy like all their CDs, all the ones I could find, and like
yeah, like it like
everything
clicked
about them.
Yeah, it like clicked with you, and you're like, yes, this is the way.
So,
oh yeah.
speaking of Shangri-La, you know, you have that last track there. Now I don't know if you're a God-fearing man or not. I see you got the pentagram on the shirt right there and whatnot. But how did that track resonate? What did that do to you?
I feel like it did like, cause like I don't know what it is about Satan stuff. Like I just love the shirt. But like,
I know.
It's a
I'm
Rob
not
Zombie
really into
shirt.
the whole
Yeah,
Satan shit, but like I don't know. I believe there's something up there. Not sure what it is. I'll find out when I find out. I'm not stressing about it.
Were you
But, like,
expecting them to say that, or was there anything in your mind that was like kind of pointing towards that you think they would say that?
I was kind of confused by it because like I was like 12 years old, just like that was the first record I'm listening to front to back. So I was just like, it wasn't until like a few years later when I was just like fully digesting everything and kind of like getting like the messages more. I was just like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah, at that age, you can't even like emotionally process that, you know?
Oh yeah. Do you ever listen to something when you were super little? You listen to it later, you're like, what the fuck was I singing along to?
That's happened a lot with ICP with me. Like where I go back and listen to old shit, I'm like, damn, like this is like, it blew my mind. Like I've listened to this song 1,000 times. I know, man. It's cool. I like it. So you told me when we were talking that you've done some artwork. Is that correct? Is that something you do on the side or?
It's like pretty much like my main thing. Like I like pretty much like what I do is just like I'm mainly like a graphic designer, but I also do like videography and stuff like that. But I used to do freelance like super heavy like, but I haven't really done freelance that much. But one of the few clients I do keep is Ouija Macc.
Okay.
And I remember, I think it was like 2017, whenever he first signed, I heard Trash Fire and I was just like, yo, this is something different. Cause like around that time, I was like kind of like mentally checked out of everything that like wasn't like ICP or Twisted at the time.
Sure.
And that was like the first new artist where I just noticed, I was like, oh, this is like new.
He's got something.
Yeah. So I just was like, fuck it. I'm gonna shoot him a DM on Instagram. I was just like, yo, like, I'll do you a shirt for free. Like, I fuck with the vision. I believe in you. This is like different.
Yeah,
I feel like this could really like move this whole like genre and culture forward. Cause like what I always notice is like a lot of like artists at the time was just like a lot of like, I guess just like kind of rehashings of like things that have already happened. I feel like with his music, it was so just like fresh and like new.
So what of his have you done that we would know?
I've pretty much done pretty much all of his, like a good like 75% of his mixtape and album covers, and I've done like probably like 10 plus t-shirts. Like I did the Wasteland album art, I did the Resistance album art.
Okay, cool.
I did like not the most recent one, but the one before it. But I have them all on a shelf. I can grab them real quick.
Oh yeah, anything you want to show us, man, that'd be great. Cool.
That's awesome, man.
I know it is. It's cool. I mean, but you know what? He's hustling. Like that's how you get these kind of deals.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
was going. That was what I was wanting to ask him. Like, how do you go about just being a freelance artist? You know, because here I am. I'm, you know what I mean. I'm pushing 40, and I've been doing art my whole life too. But I've never really known how to just kind of say, hey, man, I'm a freelance artist. How do you even jump into that? You know?
I think like I was like super lucky to like start learning like Photoshop and Illustrator through this like program we had at like my middle school where they just teach you just like the kind of basics. And I remember just like the first week I used it, I literally just went home and pirated it.
Yeah.
And just started there. I didn't start like freelance until I was probably like 18 though. Like I would just like spend years just dicking around on Photoshop, just making like whatever.
Yeah.
Or like
you would actually push. You would go to people that you would hit them up and say, hey, I'll do your stuff. I'll do it for free if I have to. I believe kind of is that how you got yourself out there?
Yes, like I pretty much like when I was like 18, 19, I spent like probably like a year just giving out free art to people just so I can build a portfolio of just like 25 things I was like proud of. And then I just like started this freelance company called Half Jaw Designs at that time. And I just went hard as fuck with that just for like 5, 6 years straight up until last year. And I would just, it'd mainly just be like you work with one band, people find out about that, but at the same time, I'm still like, I would DM people at the time. I feel like that's like such a like underutilized thing because a lot of artists sometimes feel like, oh, they're never gonna read it.
Yeah.
But there's always gonna be that one person that does. And after like, I think it was like, yeah, like after like a good like 3 or 4 years like doing art, like I came into contact with Ouija Macc and I did that first shirt for him and he liked it so much he ended up just buying it anyways.
That's sweet.
And ever
man.
since then, it's just like I've done like.
He seems like such a genuine, cool dude too. Like very,
Oh,
like,
dude, he is
huge
like,
heart.
up.
You know, he seems like the nicest guy.
Yeah.
Honestly, that dude is so passionate about everything that he does.
Yeah.
It's honestly refreshing because like I've worked with like people like all over like the spectrum of like music and everything, and like I don't really do freelance anymore, but I still work with Ouija Macc essentially whenever I can, just because like I believe in him.
Yeah.
Like, and I feel like just because like everything that the Juggalo culture has done for me throughout my life, it's just like it feels nice to be able to have this be like my way of giving back to it.
And you get to be part of it, you know?
That's what
fucking
I'm saying.
sweet.
Like it's an amazing feeling because like I was saying, just like I don't really do freelance anymore. Like I'm more focused on the things that I'm doing, but like I'll still work with him like anytime.
Yeah, man. So show us what you got. What you end up grabbing from the shelf over there.
Oh yeah, just like I think the things I'm most proud of for him. Like I've done like a million T-shirts for him, but like it's just like the album covers and stuff.
Okay, so what you got? What you got there on top? What's that one?
This one's Wasteland.
Okay.
I didn't do the painting on here, but everything else is just like all mechanical pencil and just like literally like ripping up like pieces of paper and like scanning them and everything.
I'll Google
Hell
it.
yeah.
And then this one's
So
water damage.
mixed media stuff.
Oh yeah, dude, I get weird on some of these. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
No,
this one to get it to be like a certain color. I mean, if you actually see the image online, it looks way different. But like,
there's
I like sat there just like printing out this specific picture I had photoshopped of him just like over and over again. So my printer started like running out of ink. So it had like those like weird lines going through it and shit.
Yeah.
That's all right, man.
Yeah, we got the Wasteland one pulled up right now. Looking at it, that's badass.
Yeah, that one
man.
is dope.
The painting's done by this artist out of I think somewhere in Europe. Their name's Zarin Winter. They do like amazing like portrait pieces and stuff.
And you did all the
Everything
said the
else
mechanical pencil. Yeah, that's sweet, man.
So the little characters that you draw, like the little faces and shit, that's all you.
Like
That's
these
sweet.
little guys right here.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, do all those and then like just pretty much like just all these bad boys right here.
That's dope, dude. Yeah, you did the infamous Marlboro cover. That's you.
The one that's online is not the one I did, but this one, if you have like the physical copy, it is.
Okay. Nice. Okay.
Yeah, there was like an issue of like Spotify or something like that, but yeah, so pretty much just like all these like I don't know. So,
it's cool to actually hold like a product you did in your hand, you know.
Oh, it's the best feeling ever because like over the years of doing freelance, I've done like hundreds and hundreds of like shirt designs, but like Ouija's like one of the only people that like I have like almost everything I've done of his. Like he's very good about sending me everything I've done.
That's cool. So it probably helps a lot when you're actually a fan, you know. So I'm sure you.
Oh yeah.
You probably design a lot for like goofball music acts that just have a few bucks to throw you, you know. But I don't know.
I've designed for like so many things I would probably never listen to.
yeah, right. So are there any just not to put you on the spot, but are there any other artists that that we might know that you've worked with that you could think of?
I've done work for Billie Eilish. I've done work for like just a lot of metal acts too. Like I've done like a lot of stuff for like Every Time I Die, like the Acacia Strain, like a lot of hardcore bands like Knocked Loose and just like stuff like that, and like a lot of like it could pretty much just like be anything. Like I've done a lot of stuff in like the SoundCloud like kind of rap community, like stuff like Smart Def, like
Okay.
Bones.
Is it typically all music artists that you work with?
Yeah, for the most part.
Okay.
I'm pretty much down to work with anything.
That's pretty cool.
Well, at the time, like I said, like I don't really do freelance anymore, but like
Yeah.
at that time, I was like down to pretty much like work with anybody. But it kind of got to the point where I was just like making a bunch of art that I was like, it's like I'm stoked on the art when it's done, but at the end of the day, it's just like I'm not sure why I'm doing this. Like I don't listen to this artist. Like, this isn't, like the style of art I would make.
I mean,
but,
you want to get to the point where you enjoy the time you're spending making the shit, right? So it sounds like you've built up enough of a portfolio, enough of a repertoire where you can choose. You're at the point where you can choose to be a little picky, you know, which is ideal. That's what you want as a artist, right? So it's I'm just saying, like I feel you, you know. I don't blame you for not doing the freelance thing. I think that was like you got out of it, you know what I mean? Like you're on a much cooler path now. So
yeah, because like as of like right now, like I work with this like I'm involved with a rap collective that I'm a part of called End Project. We have I think it's like 4 or 5 different members that all do different things. So I'm more on like the visual side.
Okay.
Like we have one person named Vincent Boyd who produces. He also sings. We have a rapper named Hash Gordon.
Okay.
We have another producer and an artist named Say. So pretty much like where I come in is like a lot of the video stuff and like like artwork and like that kind of side of it. And it's like that's where I wanted to like put my passion into.
Yeah, I feel you.
So you said you do video stuff, like, so I would assume you got some pretty nice equipment, cameras and things like that, gimbals and stuff to get like smooth video and.
To be honest, like I have a DSLR, but like I'm such a fan of things that just look raw.
So
like,
you use probably a lot of your phone, just stuff from your phone. And
oh, dude, we'll go half and half. Like
the
last music video, like I shot, like I was hanging out of like a car, but using my phone to like film it.
Nice.
Cool.
I'll send you a link to the video before it's out.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, because you can buy like a cheap little gimbal and just stick your phone in there, man. You can get some really great shots with that shit.
Oh yeah, dude. Like that's what we ended up doing. Like I bought my dumbass rented this like gimbal for like my actual camera, but completely wrong model. So I was just like, oh, I have this one for my phone. Fuck it. Let's
Whatever.
go.
That's cool. Hell yeah, dude.
I've been wanting to get a drone so I could get aerial shots. And
dude, I've always wanted to fuck with one of those, but I feel like I'm gonna lose it.
Yeah, I've seen people do them like at festivals. They fly them over and get aerial shots, and they make commercials and stuff for whatever festival they're promoting. And man,
that stuff looks crazy. Have you ever seen I think it's like I want to say that whatever the last gathering was, someone had like there's drone footage. Of,
I saw that. Yeah,
ICP set.
That shit is fucking sweet.
I didn't
dude.
see
It looks
that.
so cinematic.
It's great.
Yeah.
I highly
It's
recommend
crazy.
checking that out.
Especially when they got the wide shots. And
Oh, yeah.
you just see the entire
Dude,
crowd.
that drone goes right up like to the stage and
Oh,
like,
yeah,
it
like,
goes
like
back.
badass,
It goes
man.
like, it's sweet.
You can see people like fucking trying to throw bagel bottles at it.
Yeah,
That's fun,
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
Juggalos, don't throw fagel bottles at the drones. I mean, unless they're, like...
Cops.
Yeah. But if they're trying to make a cool commercial, man, come on now.
That's what's up, man.
Or cool footage that, you're going to go watch afterwards.
Yeah.
They just want to see, like, yeah, I threw that bottle.
Right, exactly.
I think it becomes like an action video game at that point. I dodge it.
So first, you haven't worked with Gibby Stites, right?
Nah.
Okay, good, because we were shitting on him a little bit ago. I just want to make sure.
I was so confused because I forgot that we were like an hour apart, so you said 7-ish.
Yeah.
I was like, oh fuck.
No,
I
it's
got
cool,
the
man.
notification.
You were right on time, man. It's all good, so no sweat. What else was there? Oh, have you worked with anyone on MNE, or what's your stance on the MNE thing?
I don't have a stance on it or like really an opinion about it, but I did do one T-shirt for Twisted that never came out, and I thought it was so bizarre. Like, not that it didn't, not the whole like it didn't come out, like I was paid for it and everything, but they were really adamant on sending me a check via the mail, and they would just refuse to do like PayPal or like. It was so bizarre to me because I was just like, man, bro, it's like
They just had to have that paper trail or whatever.
2017. It's modern times, my dude.
Yeah, and I'm sure it wasn't like a fortune. Like, I mean, why are they acting all weird about it?
I know, but like it was fine. I was just excited to work with Twisted.
Yeah, that's cool.
And they sent me a check that has like the Magic Ninja logo on it, so I just scanned it with my phone. I just like saved the check somewhere.
Oh, that's cool, man.
But like, I don't really have an opinion on the whole thing.
Well, that's cool. I mean, I don't blame you. I like seeing where people might fall because it's always an interesting topic of conversation. But no, I don't blame you, man. That's cool. I mean, we go back and forth, so our opinions change whenever whatever the newest shit Twisted does that's annoyed us or is cool, we'll go with that.
I was gonna ask, like, just a Joker card question as far as like the design, like what coming from an artist's eye, what as far as the Joker cards, which one do you think stands out the most as as the most polished one look visually, the way the actual clown looks?
Jekyll Brothers.
Jekyll Brothers, yeah,
that was
a good
to
one.
me still to this day. I was just like, this is like that's my personal favorite.
Yeah.
Like as far as like the designs go, well, probably like Joker cards. I don't know. When it comes to like my favorite Joker card, it's just like it flip flops all the time. But like as far as like the covers go, definitely Jekyll Brothers. That one, it just looks hard.
Yeah,
like,
it's incredible.
It's just like perfect colorway and everything.
I mean, when Shaggy wants to, man, he's a great. I mean, he can create a logo that burns into
Yeah, bro. Like, do you see all the weird shit he makes on Shaggy and the Creep? He's making all kinds of weird like designs and shit on there.
Yeah, I would love to see like more, just like him, just like I don't know. Anytime an artist like designs their own like stuff is just so much cool to me, especially like,
and he's got such a unique, like his own style.
Yes.
Oh, I mean, we're going to get those cards eventually, right? Those paintings that they're supposed to do with the
clown heads.
Yeah, the clown heads. Have they released
that?
that?
See what those look like.
I haven't heard or seen anything on those, so I don't even know if they're out.
I don't think they've released any information other than that clown head song that's on
I heard they
Young's
were
lore.
both going. They were tag teaming them.
Yeah.
From what I heard.
Well, whatever.
I'm definitely excited to see those.
I'm excited to see what they look like, but whatever. Just give me more fucking music. That's all I want, man.
So I gotta ask, what do you think of the Yum Yum flower? The whole look and concept of that.
I think the look is probably the coolest out of the second deck. Like, like as far as like the cover goes, it just looks so tight to me. Like I think it's the best looking one out of the whole like new deck. But I would have to hear like the record. Or, like I don't know. I feel like the EP I wasn't the biggest fan of, to be honest.
Yeah, we weren't either.
But like I'm always excited to hear whatever new stuff they have. So like I'm excited to hear the record.
They can surprise you, man. Like I said, when the Calm came out, we weren't the biggest fans, and then the Tempest came out, and it was better than I thought it was going to be. So they can always surprise you.
Yeah. Well, I'll let you go here in a minute. But I did want to ask, do you have a favorite ICP song?
Shit.
That's a hard question.
Dude, it's so hard. Because like,
all right, how about let me rephrase it then? How about this? What is a song you put in your top 5 ICP songs? How about that? That's just up there. It's like undeniable.
Anytime I try showing one of my friends who like doesn't like ICP,
perfect, yeah,
or like they love metal, I always put on Assassins. Like,
oh, okay.
Like I know it's a cover, but like them redoing like the verses, like
it's well done.
Flavor,
yeah.
And the beat is just so like that's a hard ass beat.
I mean, they made that song their own for the most part, in my opinion.
Yeah. I didn't know for years like that was like a cover.
Yeah, I think there was a lot of people I don't think that realized that was a cover for a while.
I remember them kind of making a big deal about it, so I think I read it on like a blog or whatever the fuck at the time. Who knows? But yeah, man, that's a good one though. I think it's an undeniable song. It's one of my favorite songs they play in concert.
Oh, dude, I love it. I can't wait to go see him again.
I know, man.
Every time they play that shit.
I'm waiting for him to start touring. I can't wait. All right. Anything else you want to ask Carlos before we let him go?
No. What do you think about Bugs on My Nugs? I always like that one. I always play that for people if they don't.
I remember when I was like a kid, I thought that shit was so.
Like, dude, I feel like if you play Bugs on My Nugs for someone, they're gonna be like, "What the fuck are you playing?"
Exactly, dude. Me and my brother. It's like me and my brother. Like we love that song. Like that's the only song we talk about when we talk about ICP.
The question should then be, "What? Can you tell me what your favorite song is, and why is it Bugs on My Nugs?"
Exactly.
Yeah, I remember like when I was a kid, like one of the things I loved about them was just like they can have like the hardest song and then just the goofiest songs. I remember like listening to Carnival of Carnage for the first time and then hearing like Redneck Ho.
Yeah.
I thought that shit was so funny.
So
that was, like, the song I
ridiculous.
listened to the most. And then
Yes.
as I get older, I'm just like, oh wow, this song actually has a message.
No one else is making. Yeah, no one else was making shit like that.
I mean,
you
that's
know?
why I started listening to them is because they were funny.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And everything else
yeah,
came
of
after
course.
that. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. All right, Carlos. Well, we'll go ahead and let you go. Is there anything you can promote? You want to promote or want to shout out before we let you go?
Not that I know about top of my head.
New Ouija Macc merch coming soon.
Not at the moment for me, but
All right.
his new record's out. It's phenomenal.
Oh yeah,
Like-
I listened about half of it so far. I was digging it.
Dude, honestly, like he's one of those artists that like I feel like he just keeps improving as he keeps going, like, which is always nice to see. Like him always just like trying something new.
Fuck yeah,
That kind of
dude.
stuff, and I respect that.
Yeah, we are fans of Ouija Macc around here. So
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I gotta dive into that new one. But yeah, everything I've heard from him, I've either liked or at least I've been really intrigued by it.
yeah, he's an interesting character, that's for sure.
You see, that was one of the things that always piqued my interest about him so much when I first heard him, because like it's just like it reminded me of what made me fall in love with like ICP in the first place, because you have an artist that just doesn't give a fuck. Like they don't care what someone thinks about him or anything. Like it's just really genuine, just like outsider music.
Yeah, making
And
what
I've
the
always
fuck
felt
he
like that
wants.
person. Yeah, because I've always felt like that person, like especially like I just remember just like wearing anything ICP related in like middle school and like high school. I would just get bullied like relentlessly. Like someone would be like, "Hey, yo, man, what does ICP stand for? Insane clown pussy."
Yeah.
Like,
That
I was
clown
just-
shit, man. Take that shit off.
Yeah.
And just like that's why I love like just like Juggalo music in general. It's just like it just made me just like not give a fuck. It's like you can call me whatever you call me. Like it's whatever.
It
like,
gives you a sense of confidence too, you know.
yeah, hell yeah.
Like being that hated and at the bottom, you get there and you're just like, well, there ain't nowhere to go
Yeah.
but up from here. Fuck y'all.
They made it cool to be weird, you
Yeah.
know, which did it definitely helped me through my high school years for sure.
Oh, that was definitely the
Absolutely.
coolest thing, and that's what like I was saying, like going back to like listening to Ouija for the first time, it just felt super genuine, like that whole style. So I was just like,
Yeah,
I could see this just really pushing things forward.
Yeah.
and I think that feelings, I mean, resonated with a lot, you know, the entire, you know, fan base because he's popular from everything I see.
Juggalos are loving Ouija
people
Macc.
love him.
Yeah, it's good.
All right, Carlos. Well, we appreciate you joining us, man. Hope you had
Oh,
fun.
yeah.
dude, no problem.
All right, dude.
Thanks, man.
Catch you
Thanks for having
later.
me on.
No problem, man. See ya.
See you, bud.
All right, see ya.
All right.
Righty, now we doing the Tempest.
Yes. Carlos was pretty cool, man.
Yeah,
I like talking to
yeah.
artists. We've had several artists, man. They're a lot of creative, fucking cool ass juggalos out there.
Well, you know, like ICP themselves always say, you know, like our fan base is, you know, more interesting than we are. You know, there's so many. I mean, I know Jay like really drives that point home a lot in interviews. When
Yeah, he
he's telling me,
does.
he's like, yeah, man, our fan base, you know, the Juggalos are the creative ones. They're so creative. They got all these things that they do. Like he just, I mean, it's the truth.